Jasmine, what a journey
Yes.
you have been on. And the story keeps going. First, how are you?
I'm good. A
Yeah.
little bit tired and sleepy.
Oh.
You know, having a baby is not an easy task, but it has been just beautiful and amazing.
Oh my gosh. And how your life has changed so much since we've been introduced to you now, what, 5 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah. And when you look back on this journey, what do you think?
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you have told me this is where I would be in life at this moment, I would say like, no, there is no way on earth.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised myself about how everything turned out.
And I mean, for Matt to be in your life, right? That was a surprise in itself. But do you have any regrets looking back, or do you think that it played out exactly how it's supposed to?
You know, there are things that I wish I have done differently when it comes to my marriage with Gino, because I really wanted to work out for both of us. I thought for 5 years that he was the love of my life and we were meant to be together until the very end. But, you know, it's not how it worked for us. And as a wife, you know, of course I wish like I could change certain things, but the past is done and I just want to focus on the present. That is the only thing that I have now.
Yeah, it's never something to celebrate, obviously. It's when two people came together. They loved each other at one point, but they did go their separate ways. But is it official? Like, are you guys divorced now?
It's in the making.
No worries.
It's not easy to get divorced when there is a child and the paternity of this child is, you know, involved in the divorce. So if it was just like as simple as getting divorced, you know, it would be easier. But Matilda, unfortunately, it's in the middle of it, and that's what's taking some extra effort to get there.
Okay. So, Matt, we meet him and he's just a friend.
I know.
And you say he's just a friend. But what happened?
I don't know.
You're like, you tell me.
I don't even know how to answer this because I look back and it's like he started like being a random guy from the gym that will then eventually give me rides back home because Gino didn't want to, and paying for a private service was super expensive. And then it escalated to be like someone that I trusted, you know, and opened my heart about my situation in my marriage. And then he was part of the open marriage. And then he's my roommate. And now he's my baby daddy. So it's so crazy. It's like, how did you become this in my life, you know?
Yeah,
He
so
was
fast.
just a stranger.
When was the moment that you fell in love?
With Matt? You know, this is the thing. Sometimes I feel like I am so grateful for having him, and it's like there are different kinds of love. You know, there's like the love that you have for family, for friends, for people that you appreciate. Sometimes I don't know how to label the love that I feel for him, but I do love him and I do appreciate him.
I love that.
Yeah.
And how has the relationship been progressing?
Well, it has been kind of chaotic because imagine, like, honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm getting to know who Matt really is,
Okay.
because I was never interested on knowing about his family, what you actually like,
Yeah.
your childhood, you know, because he was just
Just a friend.
someone that, you know, I had sex with, and that was it, and a friend. So now it's different, and I'm getting to know him, and I kind of like, you know, this season in our life that we're going through, but it has also put like a lot of tension between us because we're getting to know each other, and now we have this baby, and we have to be parents and get along, so it's a lot to process for both of us.
Yeah. When you told the moment, I felt like it was very heavy when you told Gino about Matilda.
Yeah.
Walk me through that. What emotions were coming up for you?
Oh my gosh, like I was shaken, like even in my body, I could feel like I was so tense, because how do you tell the man that you married and that you are still in love with that you are having a baby with another person? And you know, like if I wouldn't love Gino at that moment, I wouldn't care, like this is what it is. But when you love someone, it hurts you as much to hurt that person. And that was very painful and very difficult. Like, it's one of the things that I wish I just could forget about it and delete from my brain.
Yeah, I can only imagine how hard it was.
Yeah.
When was the last time you talked to Gino?
The last time I talked to Gino was at the Delon.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
How do you feel towards him now?
Toward Gino? Well, it makes me sad to, see him saying the things that he's saying about me, that he's so kind of vindictive, and there is so much hate that he has for me. But I also want to be understanding that what we both went through hasn't been easy, even though I disagree with the approach that he's taken. But I can tell you that it doesn't matter what, if one day he's ready to have like a heart-to-heart conversation, and I wouldn't say like become friends, but just like let everything out and at least not to hate each other, I will be happy to do so. I don't hate him. I will never be able to hate him because I once loved him so much, and I don't think that I will ever be able to hate someone that I love this much as I love Gino.
You are glowing. I know it's that post-baby glow, but also I feel like you are living in your truth. You talked about how difficult it is to be living with alopecia. You have Matt who's in your corner who's so supportive.
Yeah.
What has that journey been like for you?
Not easy. It has been very challenging. Postpartum, it's very difficult, and on top of that, it actually triggered my alopecia, which is something that I don't have control over because it's an autoimmune disease. And because of postpartum, I felt like I didn't have the physical, mental, and emotional energy to deal with hair loss because I have done it in the past, and I know how bad it affects me in so many ways. So I was like, I need to regain my power. And I decided I'm going to shave my head, and if there is no hair, guess what? I don't have to worry or be sad about hair loss. Yeah. So it was like my way to say to alopecia, like, no, I'm under control. I got this. And it feels so liberating.
I can only imagine. I also feel like our hair takes so much of our mental space and our time. As a new mom, I'm sure it's a lot easier and freeing too to just not have to worry about, like you said, the struggles or even just dealing with it.
It's actually something that, now that I'm experiencing it, is like, well, there is like a good side of it. Like coming here, I didn't have to worry about like just styling my hair, how I'm gonna, just like makeup, and that was it. It's like so easy. And when I go to the gym, I don't sweat a lot as I used to, and I don't have to worry about washing my hair because there is no hair. So it has certain benefits, Not everything is bad.
You're about to convince me. I'm not gonna lie. But all of us aren't blessed with like a perfectly shaved head, so you can pull it off.
So weird. That's a very common compliment.
Yes. Who knew? Did you know that you could be?
I didn't know. And I now I'm kind of, coming to that realization because everybody is like, your head is so beautiful. It's so round. It's so perfect. And I'm like, I'm admiring it. I'm like, okay, I should be grateful for that,
Yes.
I didn't know because I didn't know what was under this.
Listen, man, I can feel a bump. I can feel a dent. So I can tell you that you got lucky. What did it feel like for Matt, for him to do it as well, to show his support for you?
He shocked me.
Yeah?
I thought that he was joking because he's the one who shaved my head. And he was so sweet and understanding. And then he took, the shaver and I started doing it. I was like, what are you doing? And he said, like, I just want to show to you that it is just hair. And look at me, I'm bald. And you still like me, right? I still love you, regardless. Hair or no hair, you're beautiful. And the kind of support and love that I receive for this man is something that I'm not used to, because I have always been in toxic relationship, and this is like the healthiest kind of love that I have experienced, and because of that, I don't know how to manage it.
Oh, I love. And tell me about Matilda.
Matilda is a real life doll. She's adorable. She's the sweetest baby. She's very easy, She's always happy, smiling, has a lot of personality. Yeah. surprisingly doesn't look like me that much, like
Yeah.
physically, but she has a lot of my personality, and I love her for that.
I don't know. Her head shape is pretty perfect. I do. I do. And your boys back home, oh my gosh, are they preparing? Are they, I guess, how are they accepting being big brothers?
They are very happy. They wanted to have a sister so badly.
Yeah.
It has been for years going on, you know?
Yeah.
And now that they are big brothers, they feel like they have like a lot of man responsibility, and I'm gonna protect her. I'm not gonna let anyone mess up with my sister.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful to see that even though we're not all physically together, there is still that bond. And one of my biggest concerns was my son's feeling like, you know, my mom is just starting a new life and
Yeah.
she forgot about us. I was very concerned about it. And we have received like a lot of therapy and guidance to navigate this. So at this point in my life, you know, I'm hopeful that eventually we're all gonna be reunited, but they love their sister, and it makes me so happy as a mom.
Oh my gosh, when do they get to meet Matilda?
Well, you know, I'm still working on my immigration, and, you know, Gino reported me to ICE.
Oh.
I know, and it's like a legal thing that I'm going through, and once this is finalized, hopefully I'm gonna be able to visit them in Panama.
So if there was anything to tell, it would be the tell-all, and there's a lot to tell. So what can you tell us? What tea are you spilling?
Well, imagine that the tell-all is, you know, something so big at the end of the season, and you get to be with all these other couples who are very opinionated about everybody. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we were all put together to live in the same house. So this was like not a good idea.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how I made it to the end, and I'm so glad it is over. And Gino was there, and Matt was there as well. So you have to see how it turns out, because I feel like viewers are not ready for this.
Ooh. But would you do a happily ever after again? She's like, it was a lie. I just told you.
Yeah, happily ever after. Like, you know, I always been so grateful with the network for giving me this opportunity, you know, to show my journey that's been very messy, so many ups and downs. And I will be super happy to, you know, just keep people updated where I am in my life right now, because a lot of things have changed, I believe, since the first time I was introduced in the show, and then 90 Day, and then 2 Happily Ever Afters, and now this is a complete different reality. And you know, I'm quite sure that people will want to know, and I will be more than happy to show them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, 90 Day Baby. We could do a spin-off there. We could do a lot of 90 days. Listen, we're going to pitch them because we're keeping you on our television.
I know. I'm happy, you know. Like, the network at this point, 90 Day, it's my family. It's like part of my identity, and I have bonded like with people from the show in front of the cameras and behind cameras. It's like, you know, you have like friends for a lifetime. So even if I never come back to TV, this is my family, and we are stuck together for a lifetime.
Yes. No, we're pitching 90 Day Divorce. 127 million days. Jasmine, thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.